Hi guys, this is Mr. Pruitt walking you through the PowerPoint that came with this module, which is poetry, structure, meter, and rhyme scheme. You can go through this without hearing my beautiful voice on my awesome microphone, but hopefully this helps a little bit. So, vocabulary in this lesson: rhyme scheme, rhythm, stanza, quatrain, couplet, and sonnet. And remember, all of these are in the PowerPoint, so you're welcome to go back and take a look. So rhyme scheme, this is simple enough, and you've probably done this in other classes. Rhyme scheme is an easy way to convey a repeating pattern of rhyming lines in a poem. So it's basically you just explaining how a poem rhymes with itself. So to find a rhyme scheme, you're going to letter the first line of a poem A. That is always the first line. If the next line of a poem rhymes with it, it's also an A. If it doesn't, it's a B. And then you're going to keep doing that until you find the end of a pattern. So A, B, A, B, A, B, B, A, A, B, B, and be sure that that pattern works all the way through the poem. So for example, let's take a look at these lines by Robert Frost. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. So, whose woods these are, I think I know. That's the first line. We're going to call it A. The rhyming word is no. It's the last word of the line. His house is in the village, though. Okay, so though rhymes with no, so I'm going to call that an A. So we have A so far. He will not see me stopping here. Okay, the third line is B. Here does not rhyme with no or though. So we had an A, we have a B. To watch his woods fill up with snow. Okay, well, the fourth line is A. Snow rhymes with no and though. So what we've got is an A, B, A. So if the whole poem keeps this up and somebody asks me, hey, what's the rhyme scheme of this poem? I'm going to say A, B, A. Okay, so let's try another one that does not have the answers. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. It's an Emily Dickinson poem called Hope is a Thing with Feathers. It's not the whole poem, if that didn't make sense. Okay, so the first line, sweetest in the gale is heard. Well, first line, that's our A. Sore must be the storm. Okay, hurt and storm don't rhyme. So we've got A, B. That could abash the little bird. Okay, bird rhymes with herd, so we've got A, B, A. That kept so many warm. Okay, well, warm rhymes with storm, so we've got A, B, A, B. And hopefully you got that. Okay, so let's talk about stanzas. Stanzas are just a fancy word for a paragraph or a verse in poetry. Usually it's a set of lines that complete a rhyme scheme. So the last two sets we just looked at, these are both 4-line stanzas because they complete a rhyme scheme. A stanza of 4 lines is usually called a quatrain. So quattro equals 4. That's how you can remember that. A stanza of 2 lines is less common, but it happens, and that is called a couplet because a couple is 2. Okay, simple enough. Now rhythm. Rhythm's a little bit trickier until you hear it. A rhythm is a way to describe the beat of a poem. A good way to find the beat is to ask, where would you clap if you were reading this out loud? So let's go back to the first line of that first poem. Whose woods these are, I think I know. Okay, so I'm going to find a rhythm to that. I'm going to clap along. Whose woods these are, I think I know. Whose woods these are, I think I know. Okay, so there were 4 claps when I read that line out loud, and there are 4 beats in this line of poetry. They happen every 2 syllables. If you think I'm making this up, let's try it the other way and see if it doesn't sound weird. Whose woods these are, I think I know. See how that sounds weird? It doesn't work that way. So there are 4 beats in this line, and they fall on every 2nd syllable. Let's do a couple for practice. Actually, I think this is on the next video, so I am going to stop this video right here.